Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Just playing around tonight. I've done videos on this cube before, but I've never put it like this, like the letters are kind of standing off the cube. Really easy to draw. Let's take a six-sided polygon like we've done before. Doesn't really matter what size. Take a 2-point line and go from the center. It'll snap to the center. And then make your three-sided block that you can see. Now this thing is, wow, it's huge. So I'm going to make my nudge factor like 11. And I'm going to take my smart fill tool and fill that in and nudge it over, fill that in, nudge it over, fill that in and nudge it up. Now I'm going to take that one. Well, I'm going to take all three of them and left click, right click, left click, right click. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a contour so I won't get to the edge, like here, get to the edge. So I'm going to go to effects and contour. I'm going to contour 0.2 in red. That might not be enough because I'm working so big. Let's go 0.4. Now we don't have to, normally you would have to break those apart, break the contour apart. But since we're going to just use the center, we can just fill in the center. And I'm just going to stage them around. And actually we can get rid of everything now so we won't get confused. And that way we can nudge these kind of back up closer. And I'm going to take them and I'm going to shift select all three and then left click, right click. That's our 4 boxes. Now I'm going to just type out some text. Ooh, I'm going to type out some text. Let me zoom in here. And I'm just going to use different wordage this time. Epilogue, like epilogue laser. I'm going to make it a thicker type font. So I'm going to go to Arial Black. Sometimes you have to get out of text mode for that to work. Now here, this is the reason I decided to make the video. I'm going to just Control D and make a duplicate, and I'm going to move this other one like right there. And it's on top, so I'm going to make it a light color. And you can see my shadow. Now I'm going to group this together, Control G, and I'm going to kind of rotate a little. Well, no, I'm not. Don't really have to do that. Now this is a group, so I'm going to go to the envelope tool, and I'm going to get rid of the center nodes. I don't want them. And then I'm going to select the four corner nodes, and I'm going to right click and turn them into a line. By doing that, it's just going to work a lot better. It won't be curved. So I'm going to take the shape tool and take that node and put it right there, and see it's, since I'm working with a line, it's staying in a line. And since I contoured, I don't have to worry about running off the edge. Now I can take this block now, and I'm going to use a lighter color, and I'm going to fill that in. Now that's the last thing I selected. So when I take my text, it's going to be behind. So I'm going to go to Object, Order, Front of Page. And see that way and if you don't like the shadow, you can select your text, go up to Object, Group, and ungroup it. And then you could move your shadow downwardly, depending on how you want it to look. You could go pretty far or go up. That looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and type in Corel draw in 2 words. And we're going to go up to and center justify it. So it's in the center. Then we're going to go to Arial Black. It doesn't really matter what size text you use because we're going to change it. Now I actually want those two a little bit closer. So I'm going to go to Object, break that apart. I'm going to start moving and hold down the Control button. Now I'm going to group them back together, and I'm going to Control D, and I'm going to run my shadow off and make it gray. And I might want to go in and just run my shadow the other way. Now I need to group that together, Control G, and then go to, and grouping it together will help you because it's going to do that, keep it all together. I'm going to get the envelope tool. Once again, I'm going to get rid of the center nodes, and then select the 4 nodes and right click and turn them into a line. If you don't turn them into a line, you're going to get some curvature, and you don't want that when you're doing this. So go back to the envelope tool. We'll grab that and go all the way. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I want to put it in this box because that way I can't go all the way. I can't go all the way to the edge with my envelope tool, and I'll be off. So I'm going to grab the shape tool, go back to the envelope tool, and I'm going to grab that node right there and go. See, I don't even have to move it anywhere close. That actually kind of shows you how you can put stuff in perspective. Now, a lot of times you might not, this last one, we're not going to be able to see the corner. So I'm going to go past the corner. Then let's zoom in here, get the envelope tool back, and then that way I can see this corner and make sure we're on. And we're off a little bit right there. Then grab, first of all, we're going to take our Smart Fill tool and fill that in with that same colored gray. We're going to put lines on that in just a second. You know, we can move that over and same thing. We created the box second or first, last. So we're going to go to order front of page. Now to make the lines, and I'm not going to finish the top on this one because it's the same. I'm going to nudge these out of the way. Ooh, I must have I did. Remember so I can put them down and then group them back together. That looks pretty cool just in itself. I hit duplicate, Control G to group. And then I can select all that. Let me go and fill in that top. Well, you know what? We're going to put a star in there. We've still got this. And see, I'm not going to move it ever. I'm just nudging. And let's put a star in there. And make it a 5-sided star. And we'll go ahead and, we don't have to make it black right now, but we're going to go to the envelope tool. And once again, take away the center nodes, select the 4 outer nodes and right click and turn them into a line. And then we can move that. I had them all selected, move them one at a time. And maybe because you haven't filled in your star yet, it might even look better like that. Now we can take the Smart Fill tool, fill that in with the shadow, with the block. And because now, so I'm going to fill in that last color. Whoop, I had black set. If you don't remember which one you use, you can go to your eyedropper and fill it in. Now we're going to put an outline around it. So I'm just going to right click outline. That looks pretty good. Now we can nudge this back over, and nudge this, and have to go to object, order, front of page. That's pretty sweet. Now I did not put a shadow on the star, but you still could because it's right there. Control D and make a duplicate. Doesn't really matter which way you go, but then you could turn that one gray. Maybe a little bit, well, kind of, something like that. Now, and then again, if you want to move your shadow or move your other star over and have your shadow looking this way, because you can move each individual thing. See, now we're off the edge a little bit, but that looks pretty good. It looks like it's standing off the edge of the cube. Anyway, hope that gave you some ideas and maybe helped you someday in the future. And thank you for watching.